Stephanie Rao, co-founder of A Couple's Prayer. The Lord gave my husband and I a vision to pray for married couples to empower them and the family dynamic. In addition to empowering couples through prayer, we also want to empower couples in other areas that ultimately affect the family dynamic, such as workforce, home buying, credit, children, everything that it takes to make the family dynamic work. Today we have Takmilton, and she's here to discuss best practices as it involves your career.
Hi everybody, I'm Takmilton, HR professional and founder of the New Century Professional. I've targeted my services at those who are seeking a career change, those in the job search market, and those who need their business documents replenished, restored, or edited. I want to chat with you about how to build your resume and cover letter effectively, how to get your name on the desk of hiring managers. The most important thing on your resume, the most important thing that you can sell to the employer will always be your experience. What is it that you do well? What is it that helps you get results? How do you get things done? So what you want to start out doing is, when outlining your task duties on your resume, I know that sometimes we get accustomed to copying and pasting the actual job description. Where people go wrong with that is the job description only outlines the expectations. They don't outline your results. So when explaining your job duties to an employer, what you want to outline in your resume is not only what you did, but what you personally contributed to make sure that a certain process was successful. How did you contribute to maximum output being given back to your employer? So let's talk about some things that should no longer be on your resume. First things first, your objective. Take it out. The objective has now become kind of outdated. You can replace your objective with a career summary. So instead of using the approach to say, I'm seeking to land a job where I can utilize this skill and that skill, what you want to do is step right in the door saying, I'm an experienced administrative professional with 15 years of experience. That way your employer knows coming in the door exactly what it is that you do, how much experience you have doing, and that you have experience not just doing the job, but getting results. Another item that you want to take off of your resume is the phrase that reads, references available upon request. No longer needed. The fact of the matter is, if an employer requires a reference, they'll ask you for it. And in some cases, they'll just go ahead and find one without your permission. You don't need that phrase on the resume anymore. Lots of jobs now have automated systems where they ask you to just input a few people who can validate your work experience and your work ethic. Okay, so let's talk about a few resume don'ts. First of all, you want to remove anything from your resume that throws any inferences at your age. Please take the year that you graduated from high school off of your resume. Also, if you graduated from college more than 5 years ago, you also want to remove that from the resume. This kind of gives employers an insight into trying to figure out how old you are. If this is something that they can do, then it opens you up and makes you susceptible to age discrimination. Anything that points to your age, remove it right away. Also, you want to remove anything from the resume that points to your religious preference or your religious orientation. Oftentimes, our resumes may land on the desk of a hiring manager who is not associated with a religion at all, or who is associated with a religion that differs from yours. What you want to do is make sure that nothing in the resume points to the religious orientation. This doesn't mean that you have to be ashamed of what you believe, but what we want to do is minimize the likelihood that we can be discriminated against because of our religious orientation. What you want to do is make sure you take anything that points to that orientation out of the resume, not in the form of a phrase that says, I love Jesus. It can be in a small place like your email address or in your hobbies. So sometimes we may include our religious orientation in our email address by saying, I love Jesus, or a Christian made new. But sometimes we may list it in our hobbies, and it could be a mistake. Something just as simple as saying, I work with the choir in my spare time. That automatically points to a religious orientation. Sometimes this makes hiring managers susceptible to wondering whether or not they should hire us at all. Take it out. So, those of you who are watching might be wondering how it is that I can help you. I do provide services that go beyond the resume and cover letter building experience. I also provide services where I can create your job search engine accounts for you. This way, I can set up automated job searches to come directly to your inbox with the newest jobs that are on the market. We can choose to have these delivered to your inbox daily, weekly, or on a monthly basis. In addition to that, I can also personally source job openings for you and send those job openings directly to your email. I do know that some people have trouble knowing which keywords they should use to source out different types of job descriptions that really amount to the same type of job that they want. So I'll provide a service where I'll look for the job for you. Once I find the opening, I can send it directly to your inbox, and then you can take the necessary steps to apply. Lastly, I also provide services where I can get you ready for your job interview. Yep, interview job readiness. This way, you'll know what to do, what to say, how to approach each hiring manager every time to make sure that you put your best foot forward in changing your career path.